The sound of quiet footsteps approached the room. You were sitting up on the hospital bed, cradling your newborn baby Jungsu in your arms. He was so small, his tiny fingers wrapped around your pinky. The room smelled faintly of disinfectant and fresh flowers, a gift from Jungkook the morning after you gave birth. Knock, knock. The nurse said softly, peeking her head in. Her voice was cheerful but gentle, as though she knew you were still adjusting to everything. Good news, you're officially ready to be discharged. Your husband's already signed all the paperwork. You glanced up at the nurse, then over to Jungkook, who was sitting on the small sofa in the corner of the room. He looked up from his phone. His face lightened up at the mention of going home. Finally, he said, standing up and stretching. He walked over to the bed, glancing down at Jungsu. His lips curled into the softest smile as he leaned down to gently stroke Jungsu's cheek. Are you ready to go home, baby? You nodded, though your stomach twisted with nerves. I think so. Jungkook raised an eyebrow at your hesitant tone. You think so? Well, you bit your lip looking down at Jungsu. What if I'm not ready? What if something goes wrong at home? Here at least there are nurses, doctors, people who know what they are doing. Jungkook knelt beside you, locking his dark eyes onto yours. You'll be fine. We'll be fine. You have already been amazing these past few days. Jungsu is lucky to have you. The nurse smiled warmly, sensing your hesitation. You're not alone in this. It's completely normal to feel nervous. But trust me, every mom feels like this when they leave the hospital. You've got a great partner here and you'll figure it out together. Her words comforted you slightly, but the knot in your chest remained. Jungkook held you to your feet, making sure you were steady. He reached for the baby car seat, adjusting the straps before gently placing Jungsu inside. He looked so tiny in there, you whispered, watching as Jungkook carefully buckled him in. That's because he is tiny, Jungkook said with a small laugh. But don't worry, I'll drive so slow people will think we are on a parade. You chuckled softly, appreciating his attempt to lighten the mood. As you stepped out of the hospital room, the weight of the moment hit you. This was it, your new life as a family. The car ride home was quiet, except for the soft hum of the engine. Jungkook had turned off the radio. His full attention was on the road. You sat in the passenger seat, craning your neck to check on Jungsu every few seconds. He's fine, Jungkook said, glancing at you briefly with a small smile. I know, but what if he suddenly stopped breathing or something? Jungkook let out a soft laugh. I read somewhere that new moms can imagine all sorts of scary scenarios. You know, like aliens abducting their baby or the car seat flying out of the window. You shot him a look. This isn't a joke, Jungkook. I'm serious. He reached over, placing a comforting hand on your thigh. I know you're serious, but I promise everything's going to be okay. I'll double check everything when we get home, triple check if it makes you feel better. You sighed, leaning back against the seat. Okay, but if I start panicking in the middle of the night, don't get mad. I won't. In fact, I'll probably be awake before you. We can panic together. His words eased some of your tension, and for the first time that day, you smiled. The car pulled into the driveway and you stared at the house through the windshield. It looked the same as it always had, yet it felt different. This wasn't just your home anymore, it was Jungsu's home too. Jungkook parked the car and quickly got out, coming around to your side to help you. Wait here, he said, opening the back door to unbuckle the car seat. You stepped out slowly, your body was still recovering. Jungkook carried Jungsu inside, holding the car seat with both hands as if it were made of glass. As soon as you walked through the front door, you were greeted by the scent of lavender. The living room looked tidier than you had ever seen it. with a cozy blanket draped over the couch and a basket of baby supplies on the coffee table. You cleaned? You asked, turning to Jungkook in surprise. He shrugged, a little bashful. I just wanted everything to feel nice when he got home. Tears pricked your eyes and you quickly blinked them away. You really thought of everything, didn't you? Jungkook set the car seat down and walked over to you, wrapping his arms around your waist. You have been through so much the past few days. It's the least I could do. You rested your head against his chest, feeling the steady rise and fall of his breathing. Thank you, Jungkook, for everything. He kissed the top of your head. You don't have to thank me. We are a team now, you, me and Jungsu. You pull back slightly to look up at him, your eyes searching his face. I'm scared though. What if I mess this up? What if I can't handle it? Jungkook cupped your face in his hands, his thumbs gently brushing your cheeks. You are not going to mess anything up, and you don't have to handle it alone. I'm here, okay? Always. His words settled something inside you, and for the first time since leaving the hospital, you felt a glimmer of confidence. Okay, you whispered, leaning into his touch. Okay, he repeated with a reassuring smile. The hours passed quickly and the day turning into night. After a simple dinner Jungkook insisted on cooking, you both settled into the living room. The house was quiet except for the soft goose coming from the baby monitor on the coffee table. Jungkook stretched his long legs out on the couch, resting his head on the arm said, You should get some sleep. I'll keep an eye on Jungsu. You shook your head, pulling the blanket tighter around your shoulders. I don't think I can sleep. What if he needs something? What if he wakes up and I don't hear him? Jungkook sat up, his dark eyes met yours. That's why I'm here. I'll hear him. And if I don't, the baby monitor will. You need rest, baby. You hesitated but then sighed. I'll try. You mumbled, though you doubted you would actually fall asleep. Good. Jungkook stood and helped you to your feet. He guided you to the bedroom, his arm wrapped protectively around your waist. I'll wake you if anything happens, promise. As you lay down in bed, your body finally relaxed against the soft mattress. You heard Jungkook moving around the house. The faint sound of him humming a lullaby to Jungsu reached your ears, and for the first time in days you felt at ease. The peaceful silence didn't last long. Around midnight, a sharp cry pierced through the baby monitor. Your eyes flew open, your heart raced. Jungkook, you whispered, nudging him, but when you turned, you realized his side of the bed was empty. You quickly got up, rushing to the nursery. The sight that greeted you stopped you in your tracks. Jungkook was already there, rocking Jungsu in his arms. His hair was messy from sleep and his voice was groggy as he hummed softly. Shh, it's okay, Daddy's got you. He murmured, bouncing Jungsu gently. You leaned against the door frame, your heart swelled with gratitude. I thought you were sleeping, you said softly. Jungkook turned to you, his lips quirked into a tired smile. I heard him before you did. Yes, I win the parent race. He walked over and gently placed a hand on Jungsu's back. His cries were already starting to quiet, his tiny body relaxing against Jungkook's chest. You should go back to bed, Jungkook said, his voice was tender. So should you. Jungkook shrugged, a playful glint in his tired eyes. I'll sleep when he does. The next day you were sitting on the couch, Jungkook cradled in your arms, his tiny fingers wrapped around yours as his soft breathing filled the quiet space. You had just started to feel like things were falling into place, as though you and Jungkook were finally settling into parenthood. Jungkook walked into the room, the sound of his footsteps caught your attention. His face held a serious expression, one you hadn't seen in days. In his hand he held his phone, which he was nervously tapping against his palm. Is everything okay? You asked. Your voice was quiet but concerned. He hesitated, glancing at Jungsu before sitting down next to you. I need to talk to you about something. His tone was unusually cautious. There's a business trip I have to go on. It's really important and I don't think I can postpone it. Your heart sank. How long? A week. I leave in 2 days. He replied. His gaze was fixed on your face as if bracing for your reaction. You blinked, the words taking a moment to register. 2 days? Jungkook, I just got discharged from the hospital. I'm still healing and Jungsu is so little. I don't know if I can handle this alone. Jungkook leaned forward, placing his hand over yours. I know and I hate leaving you like this, but it's a project I have been working on for months. If I don't go, I could jeopardize everything. You looked down at Jungsu, who was now fast asleep in your arms. I understand, but I'm scared. What if something happens? What if I need you? Jungkook sighed, his hand tightened over yours. I've already thought about that. I'm going to make sure you're not alone. My mom offered to stay with you while I'm gone. She'll help with Jungsu and anything else you need. His words brought a small sense of relief, but the thought of him being gone for a week still felt overwhelming. What about at night? I'm used to you being here. What if I can't do it without you? Jungkook moved closer, his free hand cupped your face. You can do it. You're stronger than you think, and I'll call you every day, morning and night. If anything happens, I'll be on the next flight home. You're not doing this alone, I promise. Tears filled up in your eyes, but you nodded. Okay, but I'm going to miss you. Jungkook smiled softly, his thumb brushing away a tear that had escaped down your cheek. I'm going to miss you too, both of you. He leaned down, pressing a gentle kiss to Jungsu's forehead before turning back to you. Well, I'll make it up to you when I get back, I swear. The night was quiet. You were lying in Jungkook's arms, your head resting on his chest. His warm embrace was comforting, but your heart felt heavy. Earlier, he told you about his business trip, and though you tried to act strong, you couldn't stop thinking about how hard it would be to manage without him, especially with little Jungsu. Jungkook gently stroked your arm, but he could feel something was wrong. You were too quiet. You have been so quiet since I told you about the trip. Are you upset? You hesitated, not wanting to make him feel bad. I'm fine, you said quickly, but your voice was shaky. After a moment, you spoke. I was just thinking about how I'll take care of Jungsu while you're gone. Jungkook frowned. He could tell you weren't fine. Are you upset about the trip? He asked gently. You shook your head. No, I'm not upset. I know it's important for you and I don't want to stop you from going. He held you a little tighter. Stop me? Why would you think that? You looked up at him, your eyes were glistening with tears. Because you've already done so much for me, Jungkook. You have been by my side through everything. Now you have this big opportunity and I don't want to hold you back just because I'm scared to be alone. Jungkook's heart ached hearing your words. He hated that you felt this way. All day he had been struggling to decide if he should go on the trip now. Seeing how much you were trying to stay strong for him, his mind was made up. I'm not going, he said suddenly while you blinked surprised. What? I've been thinking about it all day and I don't want to go. I hate the idea of leaving you and Jungsu alone, especially now. I know you are trying to be strong, but I can see how hard this is for you. I don't want to leave. You sat up slightly, looking at him with wide eyes. But Jungkook, I know how important this trip is for you and I don't want to be the reason you feel conflicted about going. Jungkook frowned, brushing a strand of hair from your face. Why would you think that? Of course I'm conflicted. Leaving you and Jungsu right now doesn't feel right. You looked up at him, your eyes meeting his. I'll be fine, Jungkook. I'll stay strong for both me and Jungsu. You have worked so hard for this opportunity and I don't want you to throw it away because of me. His brows furrowed. It's not about throwing it away. I don't want to leave you. I know it's going to be hard for you, especially with Jungsu being so little. You placed your hand on his cheek, brushing your thumb gently over his skin. Jungkook, you've always been there for me, and I'm so grateful for that. But I don't want you to feel like you can't go because of me. I'll manage. I'll wait for you to come back, and Jungsu and I will be here waiting with open arms. Jungkook's jaw clenched as he fought back the emotion swirling in his chest. You were saying that now, but what if something happens? What if you get overwhelmed? I don't want to come back and see you exhausted and struggling. I won't struggle. I'm not alone, Jungkook. I have you, even if you are not physically here. I know you'll check in on us, and I know you'll come back as soon as you can. I can do this for a week, and I want you to go without worrying about us every second, and mom will be also come, so no problem. His hand tightened slightly around your waist. You shouldn't have to do it alone, though. I'm supposed to be here with you, helping with everything. Leaving feels wrong. You leaned up slightly, pressing a soft kiss to his cheek. It's okay to feel like that, but you have to trust me, Jungkook. I'm stronger than you think, and I want you to go without feeling guilty. You have already done so much for me and Jungsu. Now it's my turn to show you that I can handle things too. Jungkook's eyes softened as he looked at you. His heart swelled with admiration. You're incredible. You know that? You smiled though your eyes were glistening with unshed tears. I'm just trying to be a good partner to you. You have always supported me, and now I want to support you. Jungkook sighed, pulling you closer and resting his chin on top of your head. I don't deserve you. You're so understanding, even when I know this is hard for you. You deserve everything, Jungkook, and I'm proud of you for everything you do. I'll take care of Jungsu and wait for you to come home. Just promise me you'll take care of yourself while you are gone. He kissed the top of your head, holding you tightly. I promise, but if I feel like you're struggling even for a second, I'll come back right away. I know, but I'll be fine, you'll see. For a while, neither of you spoke. You stayed wrapped in each other's arms, feeling the quiet strength of your bond, and though the thought of him leaving still hurt, you knew he would always come back to you and Jiangsu no matter what. Love is not just about being together, but about supporting each other through life's challenges. When you needed him, Jungkook was there, caring for you and your son, and when it was his turn to go, you stayed strong, reassuring him that you would manage, proving that love is built on trust, understanding, and the strength to stand by each other no matter the distance.